I'm just doing my hair right now. I don't know. I don't really feel. I feel fine. I just don't feel like I normally do. Like, for example, I feel very hungry this morning, and that usually doesn't happen. I don't wake up feeling hungry. And then my eyes are really heavy, even though I put how many drops in my eyes? Well, I did 4 drops. You know, you can do up to 6 a day. With the drops I have. So, yeah, I don't know. I just, I need a day off. That's, I think, what it is. Like, I feel fine. I'm just burnt out and I need a day off. So, you know what? I think I'm mentally not going to be present. I'm physically going to be there, but I'm not mentally going to be there. It's very hard. It's hard. No, it's so. When I was in middle school and I did the musicals, what happened, like, when I did the musicals during the year, what used to happen was we would, we'd have shows, so, like, Monday night, Tuesday night, we would have, like, our dress rehearsals, and they would go from, like, I don't know, 5:30 until, like, 10 or 11, and then, you know, then they'd come home, and then, I'd go to bed at, like, maybe 1 o'clock, right, by the time I fall asleep, and then, our school started pretty early, so, like, I had to get up for middle school, I want to say around, like, 6:30, because then I had to be at school a little after 7:30. And then, so that happened, like, for 2 days, and then usually, like, my body kind of starts to, like, shut down around, like, day 3 of doing this type of scheduling, so then, it would be like day 3, opening night, and I'd be like tired because of our dress rehearsals, but then the same cycle would happen again, and it would kind of happen like throughout the week, right, because you were doing shows, and you had to be there at like 5:30, and then the show would be at like 7, and then you wouldn't get out until like, I don't know, 11, and then you don't go to bed until like 12 or 1, and then you have to get up again in the morning at like 7:30. Which is kind of what I do now, but like, I'm just saying that was my first experience. In high school, it was even worse, because like, when I did the musicals in high school, it was the same thing, where like the show, you had to be there at 5:30, and then the show would be at 7, and then you'd get done around like, 11, but then, and go to bed at like 1:30, but then like, you had to get up, at least I had to get up at like 5:36, so it was like I lost it, like, it was the same time frame at night, but then school started earlier, so, yeah, so it was just rough. It was a rough week. Show week was very difficult. And then now, I find it difficult. I find the same type of thing happening when it's like the end of the semester, because like, I'm going to bed late and stuff, and then I have to get up early for work. And then the worst part is that like, when shows would end like in middle school, usually, or even high school, usually they ended around like, middle school, it ended around spring break. So like, after the show we had spring break, and then high school, it ended around the end of the year. So like, again, like, it ended and then we had a break. And school too, like in undergrad, it just like, it ended and then we had a break. Like, oh, finals week, you didn't sleep and whatever, and you drank a ton of caffeine, and then you had a break and you could sleep like a whole entire week. But the problem that I'm facing right now is that, yeah, I've stayed up and I did all the things I needed to do for school, and I went to bed at like 1, 2 in the morning for a while, and then I got up at 7:30 for work, and now, or at least last night, we all saw me break down and fall asleep at like 11. But now I'm like, I need a day off, I need to like sleep, right? Because I haven't slept for like a week doing finals and all that stuff. And then I can't, because like, I'm working, and it just sucks. And then, I mean, I guess I could take a personal day, but like, I don't get paid. That's like the one thing, I don't get paid on holidays. I don't get paid for vacation. I don't get paid for vacation time. I also don't get a lunch break, and apparently that's illegal, but like I've never worked a job where I had a lunch break, so like I don't know. Anyway, all I'm saying is that I'm physically going to be present. I just won't mentally be there. That's all. And the beautiful part is that you can do that with work. Honestly, like, work is not hard. Every job I've ever had, it's very redundant, and once you like get through the training, like the first month, then it's like you do the same thing over and over and over again. And then there's like little annoying things, like people at work get on your nerves, or the patients get on your nerves, or like the schedule changes suddenly and that gets on your nerves. But like the job itself isn't challenging. Like school is actually challenging. So anyway, that's the story, friends. Yeah, working, I'm not saying like my job in particular, I'm just saying in general, working like is super boring, and if I knew how stupid and boring it was, then like I would have started my master's a lot earlier, because I didn't have any money, so that's why I did like a gap year of working. But like, don't do a gap year of working. It's stupid. If you need work experience, there is no such thing as work experience, to be totally honest with you. You experience working with people you don't like. You experience the frustrations and the politics of work, but you don't actually like get better at a skill. Okay, that's all. So that's the story, friends, and I'm gonna go get dressed because I have a couple errands to run before I go into the office. So I'll see you guys. Hello, friends. Yes. It's the end of the day. Thankfully, I really don't want to exercise right now. But I'm gonna force myself to exercise. I wanted to actually say something that happened today at work. So you guys know, I don't know, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but like, you know how sometimes people are like, oh, Valentine's Day is a made up holiday? Well, my father believes that New Year's is a made up holiday. He says that everybody, close the books on New Year's, put Christmas and New Year's together, so that way, like, we can all settle our debt. You can give me the money you owe me, and then we can call it a year and celebrate. And anyway, I thought he was crazy when he told me this, but it's true, because today at work, I go into the office and guess what's on my desk? A whole ton of checks of people and patients who owe bills. So my father was not wrong after all. Anyway, work was pretty good today. Whenever I complain about work, let me clarify. I'm not complaining about my job. I love my job. I love school. I just don't like doing both at the same time, mainly because I'm a perfectionist, and you can't do both at the same time. Something has to give, and I don't really want either thing to give. But anyway, it's the end of the day. Everything's good to go. This is going to be the last video, before Christmas, since it's going to be posted, New Year's Eve. No, Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness gracious, where's my mind? Christmas Eve, actually, when I traveled home, I always got my flight for Christmas Eve because it was cheap, okay? Actually, we flew on Christmas maybe 3 times in my whole entire life, and it was always on Christmas Eve because it was cheap. And I kind of liked it because it's like, it's Christmas Eve. Oh, Santa's flying tonight. You know what I mean? Like, everybody, it's magical, and I'm flying tonight. So, even though the reason why was because the flights were cheap, it kind of got me a little excited. So, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys later tonight. Hello, friends. It's the end of the night. I have my hair like this because my mother is going to see my hair on FaceTime tomorrow, and we will see if she likes it, because she wanted to give me money for a haircut. And if you're a man watching, female haircuts are a lot of money. most of the times. Like when I get a professional haircut, I go like full-fledged, full-on, like dye my hair, you know, like do the layers, cut it really short because like I'm not getting another haircut for a while. And I mean, if I didn't dye my hair, and let's say I just got it cut, usually it costs between like $50 and $70. And then if I get it dyed, it costs like 80. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you might as well throw in the dye because you're spending a lot of money anyway. But anyhow, haircuts don't bring me joy, so I'm like, please put the money towards like a gym membership or something. Don't get me a haircut. But she's like, your hair's probably a mess. And I was like, it is a mess because I cut it myself. And she's like, yeah, so I'll see what it looks like on FaceTime. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Anyway, so we'll see what she says. Anyway, so I'm posting this on Christmas Eve, and yeah, I believe that there is, I'm not gonna get like religious, but I definitely believe that there's a holiday spirit, just like there's an Easter spirit. Easter is the worst holiday on the face of the earth. The whole Holy Week is like just this bad vibe. Like it's worse than a full moon. But like Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, holiday, like Festivus, whatever you celebrate, like there's definitely this like, I don't know, holiday spirit in the air, a vibe. And to be honest with you, like sometimes stuff will happen around this time of year that's kind of strange and unusual and probably wouldn't have happened like if it was another time of the year, if you know what I mean. I could apply to be a nun because I've seen lots of stuff occur. Or I'm sorry, not a nun, a saint. We don't, I guess we do have Armenian nuns, but like it's not, I don't know, it's not really a thing, at least not in the apostolic like denomination. But yeah, but you can be a saint though. You could be a female saint. And I've thought about it on multiple occasions because like you do have to have so many like run-ins, if you know what I'm saying. But I'll give you guys like a tangible one. Because when I asked for one of my favorite Christmas gifts was my black Uggs, during that season, I don't know, everybody was my size, everybody wanted classic black Uggs. It was literally so annoying. And I expanded it, like, I wanted a child's size 3, but like, it's okay if it was a 2, it's okay if it was a woman's 5, like, it was okay if it was like, you know, a woman's 7 even, like, but for some reason, all of those sizes were sold out, and it cost like an arm and a leg to get a pair. You know what I'm saying? When it's like a popular item. But somehow, some way, it happened, and somebody was able to get it for a reasonable price. And you know how much time, like there's so many steps to the manufacturing and production process, and then you have to ship it there, and then like stores have to make sure that they have a certain quantity, like it's a lot. It's not just like the item. There was a lot of factors that had to fall into place. So that's what I mean, like that's like a tangible example. But similar examples like that have happened many times for me, especially around the holiday season, where it's like, oh, all of a sudden somebody says something that you were thinking about, or like all of a sudden, you know, your meal turns out perfectly, or maybe like the meal turns out terribly, and then you order food and that ends up being better than what you would have made. Like, you know, like weird stuff like that. And that, I don't know, it's definitely a spirit thing. And Christmas Eve is one of my favorite times to fly because it is Christmas season. I don't know. Christmas season, holiday spirit. I don't know. Tomorrow night, well, or tonight, because I'm going to post it on New Year's, Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness. I think it's time to go to bed. Anyway, I cannot wait because when the clock strikes midnight, that's when it's all like sunshine and rainbows and snow and the magic begins. In my mind, I think that the witching hour, like the magic hour. I don't know what we want to call it, but I think it begins at midnight. Some people say it's 3 in the morning, but I cannot wait for midnight, and I will be sound asleep. And I've been very good this year. I've bit off way more than I could chew. And I followed all the COVID restrictions, and I still continue to follow them. And even though they get on my nerves sometimes, I still do it. So I've been a really good girl, and I really hope that, I don't know, something happens and I can go back to normal and not feel so crummy sometimes. Okay, I will see you guys later because this is the last vlog. Obviously, it was nice. It was really nice doing vlogs like every day. I kind of got in a rhythm, and I think like posting them, you know, the following day was a lot better than trying to post them the same day. But it was nice for this time of year because I took on more shifts at work and I had classwork to do. So I didn't really have time to sit down and film and think about a topic. So it was good in that regard, but I do like the sit down videos a lot better. I feel like the quality is better. Anyway, that's just me. So, I will see you guys next year, next week, regular schedule, Mondays and Thursdays at 5 o'clock. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye!